So we've got a pair of hands, possibly from Empire, possibly from Jedi. This was the sort of glove version that they kind of came up with for the later two movies. There's some really interesting differences in the detail here that I just absolutely love. Two very different kinds of finishes. Obviously, you can see sort of the cracking from the coverage on this one, as opposed to sort of more of a, I don't know, a sheen on this one. Again, I don't know the materials per se. Obviously, really nice to see all of those sort of greebly things. But on this hand, this left hand, I love that those rings are still there on all 5 of the fingers. And that's just a really nice
Pretty
detail.
rare to see those.
Yeah.
Because there are a number of single C-3PO hands out
Yes.
there. You
Well,
don't see
there
them with
was
the
an
greeblies.
interesting thing for years where it seemed like whenever they were trying to like do like a fanzine giveaway
Right.
or a charity thing, it would often be a hand or I think occasionally a
foot.
foot.
Right.
So that's why prop collectors, you are seeing the occasional single hand or single foot
Yeah.
in various prop auctions. They kind of surface from time to time. So that's why you're seeing that. Here you're getting a pair, obviously from Anthony Daniels. You know, who knows whether he wore them together or grabbed two at two different times. My guess is a mismatched set.
Very
Is my
likely,
likely.
yeah.
Any markings on the inside that
I don't
indicate
think
anything
so.
like that?
I've never seen any that had
Can they
markings.
lift off?
I mean,
No, I'm not going to lift
you
off.
know, I
Yeah.
think with the finish, I think
Yeah.
they were basically experimenting because this vinyl material, they did it so that he can kind of flex the hands, but you can imagine you're trying to put this reflective finish
Right.
on it, it's not going to stick very well.
Or
so they're
for all
probably
we know, they tried it and then he moved his hands and that's what kind of, you know, they
caused the
realized,
cracks,
yeah, exactly.
right.
And they're like, oh, we got to get something
a
else.
little
Yeah.
different.
And by the
Yeah.
way, depending on the scene, it wouldn't matter. You could probably wear these in a lot of scenes and never see it, but
Yeah.
obviously some scenes you need to see this. And obviously, you know, from hearing from Anthony, he spent a lot of time in his world of C-3PO, like beyond the movement challenges, the constant need for C-3PO to grab things and how he would actually move his hands and grab them was like his own mini sort of his movie within a movie of how do I grab stuff.
Right.
So I think that's always really fascinating. And these things are just wonderful looking. And I love this side too. And I've seen them with this, I don't know, the snap missing.
Closure.
Yeah, the closure.
Yeah.
These are both here, really nice looking. You've got the digital stuff, really nice condition. Sometimes this is an area that gets kind of, you know, whatever,
Just
scratched
worn
away,
off.
worn
Yeah.
away, exactly. Nice coloring, whatever. This kind of matches the, what do you call it? The undersuit with the wiring, which is available. There's both in another lot, but also there's a couple of patches as well that went either on the knees or in the elbows and whatnot. Yep, exactly. Just love these things. And obviously, again, these are both in day one, which is the 12th, March 12th.
Yes.
Yep, getting really good at
Mark
this.
Your calendar.
So a bunch of the bigger items are on March 12th, and then on the on day 2, sort of towards the end, which is March 13th. Look how that works. There's a section for the rest of the Anthony Daniels collection. Now, this script, this is his Star Wars script.
Yes.
Sorry.
That might actually be a day one lot.
Yes, I was going to say this. I think is a day one lot because of obviously what it is. His script, not left with a landlord in the
unlike
UK.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, unlike Harrison Ford. He actually valued the movie and held on to it. This I want to show because I love this fact. Sorry, I'm going to do it so carefully, but I just love that.
Yeah, the stamp.
Just love it. And I'm assuming that that's a code or a number that they gave it.
Yeah, they probably just numbered them at some point.
Just to make sure. Yeah.
I think it has very light pencil annotations in it. I don't think there's a lot, but I think there's occasional circling, things like that.
Here's a serial ad. This probably shouldn't be in here, but anyway, you just found out if you bid on this and win it, you get this free torn half a page of serial ad. So you heard it here first on Stuff Dreams Are Made Of.
I wonder if that's the C-3PO cereal commercial.
Well, still area, yeah.
But we asked him about the script and the fact that it didn't have much markup in it, and he said the script was too precious to go scribbling all over.
I mean, he basically, it looks like those are some marks where he's just sort of indicating that's his own line, as opposed to we're not seeing a lot of changes and whatnot. And just for those that are obsessive about it, and well, you should be, this is the 4th draft dated January 1st, 1976. It is at this point the adventures of Luke Starkiller as taken from the Journal of the Whills by George Lucas. So really, really cool. And then we got a couple of items, and I just pulled out, there's so many things, and I just pulled out, or asked you guys to pull out a couple of what I thought were some of my favorites from the other days, sort of the
Yeah.
smaller items, very reasonably priced. Although this, it's so funny, I keep talking about the smaller, lesser items, but this is a call sheet from Star Wars, and this may be a day one item as well. I'm realizing.
I think it's probably day 2, actually.
Even though it's this one of the Star Wars ones and one of the
We'll have to
original ones.
check.
Yeah, not sure where this one goes.
There will be a lower
But
third
yes,
that gives you the
exactly.
lot
Yeah,
number. Yeah.
exactly. But really, really just neat. And I just
And this
love
is
it.
Shepperton,
Yeah.
so that's the end ceremony, the big throne room.
And you can
That's
see
Shepperton.
all the cast on there. Oh, it must have been when they were, well, no, we got Biggs in there. So this must have been when they were like leaving. Maybe it's when they're like saying goodbye and getting into the ships, maybe?
Was that Shepperton? That hangar? I
Why
guess
would
it
he have
was.
been? Yeah, it
I
had,
guess
yeah,
it
maybe they
was.
double
Yeah,
used
okay.
it. Yeah. But really, really nice pilots, ground crew, rebel troops, the stand-ins and whatnot. Just gorgeous. Just I love call sheets. I just think that's a great one. And then this was just some of the random fun stuff. This is a real favorite.
You need that.
I love this. This is just metallic tape that basically his guys kept on set to just constantly, oh my God, we're seeing something we don't want to see. There's a scratch, there's something, whatever. Just rip
Yeah.
a piece off, tape it on. C-3PO keeps on going.
And you see that in the movies, especially in the first movie. You see tape all over the
tapes,
suit,
you see little pieces of the edges of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of wonderful. And I just love that. I don't know. It's like he was thinking about this auction 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like this is some real wherewithal to kind of go, I should keep a tape one day. I'm going to put this in a Propstore auction in Los Angeles. He thought by now you'd have 4 auctions a year though. So he was wrong about that. But otherwise he was pretty spot on. This is an item, I've seen these before, but again, this is Anthony Daniels' himself. This is a crew gift, a little paperweight from Empire Strikes Back. He is also, although in this case, not the call sheet, and obviously these are sort of hard to do, he's also signed a tremendous number of the items that are in the auction.
Yeah.
But I've always loved this thing. I've got one of these on my desk. I just think it's a wonderful little, reasonably priced Star Wars thing that not every guy in the world has, which I don't know, as a collector, I'm always
and there's a lot of that in and amongst this Anthony Daniels stuff. There's some great ephemera and just stuff that you are not going to see again. Things like the chair back, this is from
didn't even see that. Yep.
7. There's one from Return of the Jedi in there. There's really fun stuff like that.
And I was going to say, I have a lot of this stuff. I mean, I have these things, and yet this is a keychain that was a gift from what's his name? Howard, right? Is this a Kazanjan gift?
I'm not sure.
Let me see what it says on the back.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was
Does it have
Kazanjan?
specific on the back?
It says, hold on a second. Yeah, to Tony, thanks Howard, with a date. To Tony, thanks Howard. Can you see that?
Interesting. I wonder.
Really cool.
It could also be Howard Rothman.
Oh, interesting.
Who was another Lucasfilm guy at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I assume Kazanjan. We certainly can ask him.
I just haven't seen another one.
I have never seen one of these, is where I was going with it. So even though maybe I've seen a couple of these, I've never seen this keychain.
Yeah.
And of course, for me, all I want to know is how many were given out? Right. Who got them? Just the stars? Everybody? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But and look, obviously it's a small, dare I say, delicate keychain. Obviously, if you were to think about things that weren't going to last, if you tried to use them or whatnot, this would probably be one of them. But again, the wherewithal to put it aside and kind of keep it. I just love this. And this is an incredibly rare still photo from the award ceremony at the end. And what I love about this, and I know you guys obviously love it too. And here, Brandon, I'm going to let you tell why it is so cool.
So this photograph has never been seen before. And when we first got all the Daniels material in, I was actually just going through photos, just looking. And I pulled this one out and I said, I should point out
that as Star Wars fans, which we are, one of the sort of side things is we've seen a lot of pictures, but also we are constantly on the hunt for things we've never seen before. We have bought lots together, shared lots, traded things with a bunch of other collectors. So when something new actually hits the world, it's actually quite exciting. And I had no idea about this. Sorry, continue.
And one of the reasons it's so exciting is that it gives you information you didn't have before.
Yeah.
And so what I noticed right away is down here in the corner is Harrison Ford. You can just see Carrie Fisher behind this crew member. You can see the top of her hair bun there. And Harrison Ford is wearing one of these ski jackets, just like the jacket that Mark Hamill wore, the yellow one, in that end ceremony. But we've never seen that. That's not in the movie. We've not seen it in any other photos, photo shoots, behind the scenes, nothing. That's the only evidence I've ever seen that they made a jacket for Han Solo too. But of course they did. Like, why would they not?
No, makes perfect sense. And it also makes perfect sense, even though this is based on no information, that Harrison Ford would have at some point just said, I'm not wearing this.
I'm hot.
Yeah, come on. Are you kidding? Han Solo isn't going to wear this.
Yeah,
Humphrey Bogart wouldn't wear this. I'm Han Solo.
Yeah.
And didn't wear it.
Right.
And I love that. Yes. Where is it?
Find the
and
jacket.
What color is it in reality?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
They found McCartney's base, so maybe
that's true.
Maybe we can find this.
I'm not sure. Well, I guess it's the same number of fans.
We start a project.
Yeah, exactly.
FindTheSoloJacket.com.
The Han Solo award ceremony jacket. Maybe Harrison Ford has it. Maybe, I know he's a huge, Mr. Ford, I know you're a big fan of the Stuff Dreams Are Made Of podcast. Maybe you'll write in with an answer to this.
Saddam.
All new episodes of The Stuff Dreams Are Made Of are available now wherever you get your podcasts.